Linux introduction. We're talking about Linux introduction in this video. So just a little bit introduction to Linux. Linux is open source um open source operating system. Just like you have Windows that you have to pay, Mac that you have to pay, Linux is open source. That is, the source code is available for anyone to modify, enhance, inspect, majorly to modify. So the open source code is available for anyone, and everything in Linux is considered as a file, including what we regard as hardwares like mouse are considered as file. And Linux is made up of small simple programs. So if you see a very complex program, be sure that it is made out of small programs to make one, and Linux has this ability to change these small programs to make a very big one. And also Linux, something that you should know as part of Linux introduction is that Linux avoids GUI at all cost. So like doesn't make you like click next that you see in Windows and other OS. So and all configuration data are stored as a text file. Like I said, everything in Linux is a text. So configuration data are also stored as text file, and then so this enables easy automation and easy modification of these files. All right. So now you might be thinking, why should you learn Linux? I believe you must have understood some of the benefits. That's why you're looking for the introduction, and then we can talk more about probably the commands that you are going to look into. The first command that I like is to know, because we have a lot of different distros of Linux. There are different distros of Linux. So if you want to see the kind of distro you are working with, just do cat. Cat is used to display the content of okay all right. So what the cat command does is that it prints the content of a file to the screen. Now, what is the content? What is the file we want to print its content? The content is OS release and is located in the etc directory. So that's what this commands, what I just typed to the screen, does. So if I should hit enter, you are going to get all of the details about the particular Linux that is running on this machine. So in this point, we have the name. The name is CentOS Linux. The version is 7. The ID is called CentOS. The ID means the more explanation of the ID is that this CentOS machine is like a Red Hat Enterprise Linux and Fedora. So if you are good in the Linux world, you would come across this. So what it's saying is that this CentOS is similar to Red Hat Enterprise Linux and Fedora. Version is 7. Operating name, and just more about this operating system. So if you are using Ubuntu, then you see Ubuntu here, or any distros that you are using, you get that. You just get all of that around there. So that is that. So just Don't mind me because this is a little complex for a beginner. However, just know that it's important for you to know the kind of operating system you are working with, because different Linux OS have little slight changes in commands. All right, so that's one, to see the operating system you are working with. And then Linux, all of the files that made up Linux are located in the root directory, and to see the content of a directory you can just pass ls to the commands. You see the content. All of these are important directories. The home directory contains all the regular users, the home directory of all the regular users, while the root directory contains where is the root? The root directory contains the files and the content of the root user. And you can use pwd to print your working directory. You can use mkdir to make a directory. You can use touch to create a file, and then you can use cd to change directories. Those are just some basic commands for Linux introduction.